This woman has been found after missing for 30 years and declared legally dead. This is an insane story that happened this year, so if you want to know what happened to Patricia Kopta, keep watching. Hi, Meg, I talk about true crime, and if that's what you're into, make sure you follow. Patricia Kopta was just a normal gal living in Pennsylvania. In her younger life, she was a straight-A student. She graduated and started working in finance. She was a dance instructor and even a model at one point. She was living a pretty successful life, and she was married. Everything started changing when she was getting to around 40, 50 years old. She had to quit her job because of severe migraines. The doctor at the time just told her it was stress. So she started working somewhere a bit less demanding. Around this time, her family apparently saw her change. It was very sudden. She claimed to have seen some sort of angel, had some sort of encounter, and it completely changed her. After this encounter, she started going out on the street and preaching. She would preach about how the end of the world was coming and all of that whole Armageddon thing. She preached so much that she became really well known as the Sparrow. That's what they called her. If you have a nickname, you're known, you know? Like I said, her family saw quite a big change in her, and so she was institutionalized for a little bit of time. The doctor said that she was suffering from delusions and was showing signs of schizophrenia. After getting released from the institution, she went back to preaching as normal. And I kid you not, 1992 rolls around, and she just disappears. Her husband described it as just one day she didn't come home. Because she had a history of mental illness, the police were involved quite quickly, and there was nothing, literally nothing. It was as if she was plucked off the face of the earth. This whole case left police puzzled. Well, not just the police, but her family, her husband, everyone who knew her. One day she was there, and the next she wasn't. One of the saddest parts is that when a body would be found, the first thing her family and husband would think is this it? Is this her? But it never was. After 7 years and 0 leads, she was officially, legally declared as dead. This case just went completely cold, and everyone just assumed she was dead. Her husband never remarried or anything, but he also kind of accepted the fact that he wasn't going to see her again. That's until 30 years later, when she's found alive. Can you imagine? It would be dude, where were you? Let's go back to when she originally went missing. What was Patricia up to? Patricia had talked about how she wanted to live in a warmer climate in the past, and so one day she just decided, I'm going to go to a warmer climate. So she went to Puerto Rico. She just went. The logistics of how she got there, what she did when she was there, where she was, who she was, no one really 100% knows. By the time she got to Puerto Rico, her mental health had declined a lot. So eventually she was put into a care home. She ended up getting diagnosed with dementia, so she didn't actually 100% know who she was, her past, all of that. And so throughout those years, she would mention bits of her past and they would try to piece it together. Because they were who's this woman and where's she from? She would hint about how she came on a cruise ship and that she wasn't from there. And eventually she mentioned Pennsylvania. They really wanted to know where she was from because obviously she was there alone and they had no idea who she was. And so when she finally mentioned a place, Pennsylvania, they contacted police there. Now, this kind of identification doesn't happen overnight. It took almost a year to get the DNA results back. And sure enough, after 30 years, they found her. Sadly, Patricia had a twin sister who passed away before she was found, which means she never got to know what came of her sister, which is just so sad. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what happened to her husband when he found out. This made me kind of sad, but I kind of get it. When he heard the news that Patricia was alive all these years, he was relieved because all these years people kind of suspected him. But he has no intention on visiting Patricia at all. In his words, she could have come back at any time, and she chose not to. Other family members have said that they do want to visit her, despite if she remembers them or not. I don't know if I mentioned this, but this happened in March. It all came together in March of this year. So March 2023, she was discovered to be this missing woman. I want to know your opinions on the husband and the fact that he doesn't want to visit her. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Because I know some people were like, what the hell? But then some people were like, he thought she was dead all these years and she was alive and she chose to leave, which, fair enough. I don't know. I can imagine it's very complicated emotionally. It also must kind of screw with you. Like, imagine thinking your partner, your life partner, has been dead all these years and them just appearing out of nowhere. Honestly, it would be like seeing a ghost. Like I said, I would absolutely adore to hear what you guys have to say about this case. And to make things fun and interesting in the comment section, tell me where you would go if you had to disappear. The rules are you have to go absolutely by yourself and you have unlimited money. Where are you moving to? Let me know down in the comment section. I'm really intrigued to know. If you have a case you want me to cover, make sure you let me know in the comments as well. Thanks for watching, and if you're new here, click this playlist. There's a bunch more videos for you to watch. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!